can Topuria be a two-weight world champion? It's going to be interesting. What I like watching with him is his foot placement. Okay. The way he distributes his balance through his feet is unbelievable. So he's never too far forward, he's never too far back. He stands with a wide stance, even though he is quite short. It's going to be interesting though, because Charles Oliveira, he has been whacked off some of the biggest hitters in the sport and come back and won. So
what are you seeing with the most exciting fighter in the whole of MMA? Let's be straight about it. Charles Oliveira.
Well, he's exciting because he gets hit a lot.
Yeah, he's reckless. Yeah.
He's reckless.
Love it.
But we love to see it. He likes to get involved, get him dragged into a bit of a punching match, and then he'll tie him up. And then he'll go for flying triangles. He's not scared to be on his back either. And he has been in those kind of situations with guys, Mike Chandler, Gaethje, guys like that, those short, stocky wrestlers. He's done really well.
Does it go 25 minutes?
Nope, not a chance. If it went past 2.5 rounds, I'd be surprised.
Tom Aspinall has officially shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated UFC 317 main event between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira, and his prediction is turning heads across the MMA world, while fans and analysts remain split on who will walk away with the lightweight title. Aspinall didn't hesitate when asked for his pick. According to the heavyweight champ, he believes Ilia Topuria has the edge going into this matchup.
If Ilia Topuria fights Charles Oliveira on a pay-per-view, that's a big deal.
Oh, it's going to be a banger.
They don't need to wait for an interim belt. They don't need to wait for an undisputed. So, yeah. I don't know how he's going to do it lightweight, though. Maybe you can speak on that. He's a smaller guy coming up.
It's a smaller coming up. It'll be interesting because he is bigger from when I heard him on the Joe Rogan podcast. Like 191, I think he was walking around. It's massive. It is. So for him to cut to 145 seems almost like, how did he do that? But now that he's going up to 155, I always like when athletes go up.
That's Topuria, the former featherweight champion, coming up to 155 and taking on Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And if you ask Ilia Topuria, this is just a mere formality because he is going to touch the chin of "Do Bronx." He's going to touch Charles and his chin will explode.
I feel so powerful at 155. I'm going to touch his chin and it will explode.
That is the confidence that he has coming into this fight. That's the confidence that he has going into every single fight. Remember when he fought Volkanovski, he changed the bio on his Instagram to the featherweight champion of the world. Now, of course, he's calling out Islam Makhachev because he ducked him, he ran away from the division because he doesn't want to face him. And he's going up against Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And as I said, in his mind, it's just a formality. He's going to touch him, he's going to drop him, he's going to knock him out, the chin's going to explode. Whatever you want to call it, he's very, very confident of getting a finish. And I'm not surprised. Out of all of his fights, only 2 have gone to a decision.
Aspinall explained that it's Topuria's momentum, knockout power, an ice-cold confidence that could prove too much for Oliveira, especially considering the damage Charles has taken in recent years through a series of grueling battles, according to Aspinall, that wear and tear might finally catch up to the former champ when he steps in against a fresh, surging contender like Topuria.
He fought this dude Jai Herbert, and he went up to 155 for that fight. He gets head kicked 99 times out of 100. It's like the beginning of the end. He scrambled, got a hold of him. If he was standing up, Jai Herbert could have caught him with a bunch of other shots and put him away. Next round, sent him into the dark lands. I mean, literally slept him, face planted him, and walk-off KO. Topuria's terrible. But I like what you were saying, Topuria versus Oliveira.
Your first introduction at 55 is kind of the,
Oliveira so tall
and dangerous.
So dangerous everywhere, dangerous striking, huge reach advantage.
Yeah. But if you're Topuria, you're not going to go up to 55 without some sort of guarantee. Because remember, he's giving up the belt, so he's not getting pay-per-view points.
But it's his idea.
Well, because the weight cut's too tough.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ilia Topuria is one of the absolute best fighters in the world. He's the current UFC featherweight champion, and the dude is just phenomenal. One of the things that's phenomenal about him is his technique. His technique is perfect. No fat in his technique. There's no wasted movement. So when an opportunity presents itself, everything is so fast because the technique is so streamlined. Look at how he hits the pads. See how he's moving his head when the guy throws punches? The fucking speed of that. Look at the hand. Look at the hand speed. Incredible. I mean, if you know how difficult that is to do and do it that fast, I mean, these are like 5-6 punches a second.
I'm a different person. I feel that I'm like, my mind goes different, my thought process is different, everything is so different.
Yeah. So dangerous. When he hits you, it's different than anybody, especially with his hands. His boxing is so high level. Ilia has superior technique. His hooks are perfect. His distance management is perfect. He's just really, really good. and he's the new guard, right? Like every generation comes up with a new guy who's a new high water mark of technique. He doesn't have any disadvantages. He doesn't have any weaknesses, man. There's people that are thinking maybe he's the best pound for pound fighter alive. It's close. He might be the best.
Ilia happens to be a good friend of mine, and I've known him since his first UFC fight. And since he got in, I was telling the world, this guy's gonna be a champion. I don't know when, because Max had the belt and then Volkanovski, and I was like, those are tough asks of anybody. But brother, did he fucking above and beyond show me, man?
Because his confidence is next level.
Oh my god! And I've trained with him numerous times. You know, when you go with somebody, it's just dense. It's not even that they're throwing hard. You're just working out, but you can feel this dude, his bones weigh extra fucking 50 pounds than everybody else. You know, he's just a dense fucker. So since I was training with him, wrestling with him, I'm like, man, fuck, this guy hits 170 pounds and he's 145. I was telling people that back then. So it's just, obviously in the fight, you don't know if he's gonna get to connect, but I always in the back of my mind, if this guy connects on these 45 pounders, bro, he's gonna change him up. Because I remember feeling his power when I'm at 170, 3-4 weeks away from the fight. I'm like, this guy could crack, for real, he could fucking crack,
The MMA world is sharply divided on one side. You have the Ilia Topuria believers, fans, and analysts who see him as the start of a new era. They point to his relentless pressure, granite chin, and knockout power as the perfect formula to shut down Charles Oliveira's volume striking and elite JIU-JITSU. But on the other side, stand Oliveira's loyal supporters. They're quick to remind everyone that Bronx has been doubted before, and each time, he's come back stronger. From capturing the title to finishing Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler, Oliveira has walked through fire and emerged victorious in battles that would have broken most fighters.
And then they're upright, like you're saying, and when he gets inside, he's going to use that boxing, and Charles' head's going to be up, and Ilia's got a really good way of connecting with that chin on the inside. Really, really nice, just like what he did with Volk, and I think if Charles doesn't get him up the middle with knees or front kicks up the middle, he's going to have a hard time with his boxing against him, and he's going to have a hell of a time trying to take him down.
Insane! That is not right! To be the world champion that defended 3 times, has more submissions than anyone in UFC history, and he's a minus 370 favorite.
That's a dangerous fight. Merab calls it stupid to make Ilia Topuria fight Charles Oliveira before Islam Makhachev.
How is that?
Ilia Topuria says he got promised that he would fight for the title if he vacates.
By who? The security guard outside his room?
Yeah, he kind of hinted that he got promised that. I feel like Charles, Ilia...
That'd be fucking fire.
I think Ilia might batter him. The way Charles comes forward with those reckless knees...
And he's got the chin floating up high too.
Stands up tall like a really tall Muay Thai guy, and Ilia's like a low boxer. That's a dangerous fight for Charles.
Why? It's not fair for 155 pounds.
Right.
But if he move up and he beat somebody like Charles Oliveira, of course.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I think, you know what I think? Yeah, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Yo, Henry.
Woo! Tell that ain't fire kush.
Hey, 100%. This is exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. Yes, I do believe Ilia Topuria can win that fight. You see it. Charles Oliveira gets hurt in a lot of fights, and he gets dropped in a lot of fights. And so now you throw in a guy like Ilia that doesn't just hurt you, he will get you out of there, that mixes up the attack, goes to the body, goes to the head. I think Ilia is the favorite in that fight. Taking nothing away from Charles Oliveira. Charles is very, very dangerous, and Charles is very, very good. But I think Ilia is a favorite in that fight, and I think 100% he goes out there and he gets through Charles Oliveira. 100%, he's next for that.
This fight is more than just a battle for the belt. It's a defining moment for the future of the lightweight division. It's a test of who's truly ready to rule. With big names like Tom Aspinall already backing Ilia Topuria, the spotlight and the pressure has never been more intense. But the question remains, who do you think walks out of UFC 317 as champion? Drop your predictions in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the post-fight reactions and breakdowns.